Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Friday, and Friday the 13th. So, ooh, spooky. Unlucky for some, I guess, 13th, and kind of scary on the markets today. To be honest, it was looking like it was going to be an unlucky day for me as well, and because we did start off poorly. But before I get into that, welcome back to Day Trade with Tony. This is the channel all about day trading the stock market. Whilst I'm on my live channel, I'm streaming live because I stream my trades live every single trading day. On the discussion, I may talk about crypto, I may talk about the futures, I may talk about other things, but this particular channel is dedicated to trading stocks, equities, and shares. So stocks and shares. So we day trade stocks and shares, intraday trades. We may talk about other things, but that's what this channel is dedicated to. And it's an educational resource, entertainment, of course, hopefully, but it's an educational resource for you as new and intermediate traders that want to get ahead and more profitable. So what happened today? Well, we had the Midas touch in reverse to start off with. We didn't take any trades pre-market, and we were waiting for them. We didn't see anything really up until coming up to the bell. So we didn't take any trades pre-market up until just before the market opened, and we took a trade with Shuttle Pharma. So Shuttle Pharmaceutical, and that was kind of about 5 minutes before the bell, and we took 5,000 shares. As it moved up, we took some profits, and then it came back down again. So we kind of exited, kind of a break-even trade, if you will. Then we got back in, added to the position as it moved up out of the blocks, and it pulled back. So we lost on that one. So Shuttle Pharmaceutical, we lost about $1,300 before we exited that position. Then we traded the ticker HTGM, so HTG Molecular, and we lost $2,000 on that one. We traded Alibaba, and we lost $4,000 on Alibaba. It was moving up really well, so we got in, traded Alibaba, and we added to the position. It pulled back hard, so we lost $4,000 on Alibaba. Traded Bank of New York Mellon. So the reason this is a large cap stock, but I don't normally trade the large cap stocks. Nothing's off limits when it comes to day trading, but my sweet spot is low float, low cap stocks. Between kind of $5 and $35, but we traded Bank of New York Mellon, and we got in a little over $48 a share. We ended up losing $5,000 on this. So this is 4 trades in a row, four tickers in a row, 4 symbols in a row, if you will, and we lost on every single one of them. It seemed everything that I touched was just not going my way today. I thought that the Friday the 13th curse had struck, and I was looking like having a not just a red day, but a significant red day. So then I traded Virgin Galactic at ticker SPCE, and it was the first trade of the day that went green for me. So I managed to get almost $1,500 out of that. 1475 is what we finished on with that first bit of green on the board. So we're kind of 4-1 at this stage. And then I'd already called out in my Discord. There were a number of IPOs due to launch today, and this was one of them. So I called it out in the Discord a little bit earlier, and before I open my live stream as one of the things to watch. So it was MGOL was the ticker, and it started, and it was very volatile, moving up, moved up into a halt. So I saw the halt level on the, well, actually I saw the day high series on the Benzinga signal list, saw the halt, so flipped over into to catch it, and then when it resumed, it pulled back, of course. It pulled all the way back to the VWAP. then moved back up, broke new highs, so we entered at that position. And then we just kept on entering as it pulled back, buying the dip, moving up, taking profits as we're going, of course. Halt, resumptions, all the way up. And it went from kind of, I think our first entry was about 950. And we got in that, rode that all the way up to $16. And then as it pulled back hard, we bought the dip as it broke the VWAP. It had a gap down. We bought the dip at the VWAP and rode it up again and got another $9,000. So in total, we made $31,000 on that one ticker, on that one symbol. So going from, and you'll be able to watch this, I think all except the last 9,000. I was pretty much on my way out of the door to walk the dog, and then I just thought I'll take one last trade with this. It's gapped down, and it looks like it's into a halt to the downside. Broke the VWAP, and then it moved up, and I jumped in for a quick trade and rode that up for about 5-6 minutes. Anyway, that being said, I'll show you the first 20. I recorded it, so I'll edit it for time and let you have a look at that after this recap. But let's just have a look at the summary, shall we? We can see here. So this is MGOL is the symbol. And this is the ticker that made us the money. So just kind of as a review to this, I was waiting for this to open. It opened and immediately sold off. Then it moved up into actually it sold off into a halt, gap down, moved up into a halt, gap down, moved up into another halt, gap down. So there was a bit of a trend emerging here. It moved up into another halt, gapped down, moved up into another halt, and this time it gapped up. It did pull back all the way to the VWAP, and this is where we got in. So as it started to move back up and break new highs, that's when we entered our first position, and we rolled this up, added to the position, took some profits here, and I think it actually halted here. So it halted, and then on resumption, we took some profits. It did pull back before moving back up. We took some more profits before it started to pull back, and then we actually exited position. It did pull all the way back to the VWAP on its way back up. That's when we bought the dip. We bought the dip, and then added to the position for more profits on the way up into a halt. We took some profits at into the it was actually a false halt at the time, I think, and then as it pulled back, it moved up into a real halt, and we managed to get out just before the halt. And we can see that it moved up into another halt here. Then we got back in as it resumed higher. We added to our position, took profits. It did pull back on resumption, gap down. So as it gapped down, we added to the position, and it moved back up, and just really volatile. And we managed to get like, I think it was $20,000 out of that. And as it started to make a move back up here, that's when we exited the position. So about $20,000. Not only did it get me green, that took me to about 2x. And I was thinking, okay, I'm 2x my daily goal of $5,000, 2x. Then I realized, actually, my goal is $6,000. No, that $5,000 a day was my 2022 goal. My 2023 goal is $6,000 a day. So I thought, okay, it had pulled back. Oh, we got about 5 or 6 red candles in a row on the 2-minute here. So gap down here, it was halted to the downside. It gapped down, another halt to the downside. This time it gapped down underneath the VWAP. That's when I thought, okay, I'm going to take a position. As it started to move back up, it didn't move any further, so it started to move back up. I got in, I think it was about 10.50 or whatever, 10.40 something or other. I was able to take profits up here at almost a $2 move, and about 12.40 or whatever it was. It did move up, and I was watching the halt, and I exited the position before it got into the halt. So it got a false halt. And I tried to get out of the position, and I managed to get out of the position as it pulled back a little bit before moving actually into the halt. So That was another. This move here was the 9,000 I've not got recorded, unfortunately, but the other 20,000 I've got recorded there anyway. So you're able to watch this after this setup. But where does that put us? We're halfway through the month. Where does that put us on the actual month? So let's have a look at my trader view statistics. So this is my January 2023, and you can see that not quite had $6,000 the first 3 days. Kind of half goal on last Friday. This was trading on the travel setup. Came in on Monday, did just over $2,000. Then we got over $6,000 for the first time this year, and then we had an immense day on Wednesday. So we again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. So 4 days in a row we've done a red to green move. So we went red on Tuesday. We finished $6,000 up. We went red on Wednesday and had an immense day, phenomenal day, $42,000 nearly. We went red yesterday and finished over goal. And then we went red today. We were at $13,000 red today. I think we were at $14,000 red yesterday. Finished over goal. $13,000 red today, and we finished $20,000. So phenomenal comebacks. But I've got to look at myself. Over the weekend, it's a long weekend. It's a long weekend because of Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so it's a holiday. The markets are closed on Monday, but I've got to look at my trading and find out why exactly am I going in the red. I've been up pre-market a couple of times and then given the money back at the bell. Is it my trade selection? Am I misjudging it? Am I holding on to losers too long? So I'm going to have a look at these trades over the weekend, review what I'm doing wrong this week. Not necessarily that the ideas are wrong, because ultimately the trades that I've looked at have actually turned out and gone in the direction that I expected them to. It's just my entries have been wrong. So I need to kind of have another look at that and find out, is it an area I can tweak maybe? So let's have a quick look at the actual reports. What does that mean in terms of the year? So $120,000 is the January goal, and that's the monthly goal for the rest of the year. So $120,000 per month. We're already at $90,000 in January. It's only the 13th, Friday the 13th, but we're already at $90,000. So we've got another 30,000, and we've got, let's have a quick look, shall we? In terms of the calendar here, how many trading days are left? So we've got Martin Luther King Day on the Monday. That gives us 4 days next week, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. So another 10. 11 trading days left after today, so it's just effectively halfway there. But yeah, if we can continue at this level, we can guarantee to not just start the year off ahead of goal, but we can if we could get $180,000 month, I mean, that would be our best ever trading month. I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but we're setting ourselves up for a really good January. $90,000 already in gross profit, and we're only halfway through the month. We've done this a couple of times, and then we've had a big red day. We're now 11 green days in a row. We've got an 11-day winning streak, and I don't want to give that up anytime soon. So maybe I'll have a look on over the weekend, find out why am I going red early, having to claw myself out of that hole. To put that into context, if I'd been more selective with my trades, or even not taking the trades at all today that I was red on, and just waited till the trade that I took, which was Virgin Galactic, I'd just taken those two trades, Virgin Galactic and MGOL, then I would now be sitting here with you guys $33,000 up, as opposed to $20,000 up. So going $13,000 down has hampered me. That's an extra. That would have me over $100,000 already. Same thing yesterday. We've finished just over 5,000, but we were about $14,000 down at one stage. So we finished. We could have been $20,000 up. So Wednesday we could have had a $50,000 day. So little things need a little bit of a tweak. Maybe I'm still a bit ring rusty after coming back from my vacation. Maybe I don't know. I'm going to have a look at it over the weekend, review my trades in more detail, and see what's going on with that. So $90,000, averaging $11,000 a day. Wow, $11,000 per day. That is some daily average, daily gains. Let's look at the win-loss expectation. I'm going to look at the profit factor of 3.7. K ratio over 2 now, so the K ratio is considered on point. 2 or better on the K ratio is considered what's considered good in terms of risk versus reward. If I look at the trade selection, 65 versus 34, it's a 2 to 1. 4 losses today and 2 winners, so that's what's swung that around. 2 to 1 is considered the golden ratio in terms of trade selection. It's also the golden ratio in terms of risk versus reward. But if I look at 123 versus 33, that's more like a 4 to 1. So 3, yeah, but it's closer to a 4 to 1 than a 2 to 1. We're having a great January. I mean, if you just look at this equity curve here, it's if we can keep that up, I'll be an extreme. Not only will I be an extremely happy man, I'll be an extremely wealthy man come Easter. I'll probably hit my annual goal by Easter at this rate. But no, I've got to be. Someone asked me on my live stream today, how do I keep cool when I'm finding myself in the hole, finding myself in a red position? Well, there's a couple of factors about that. First thing is I'm trading much larger size than your average Joe public would be doing, and I trade a lot more aggressively than average Joe does as well. But I don't look at the numbers on the screen. I don't look at it like it's real money. If I did, I'd have a much different emotional attachment to it. And the reason I'm able to do that is because until I withdraw it, until it hits my bank account, it's not real. It's just numbers on a screen. I've got to treat them like numbers on the screen. I've got to treat them like I'm trying to get the high score on a video game. And that's the best way to approach it. You emotionally detach yourself. Once I've deposited money into the broker, I look at that as that's my fee for access to the markets. It's gone. I write that off. And then any profits that I make with that, it's just numbers on the board until I withdraw them. Any losses I make with that, if I blow up the account, it's okay because I've just wrote that number off. It's not like it's money I can't afford to lose. And this is what I say to everybody that's looking to get into trading is do not trade with any kind of money that you can't afford to lose. Don't put the kids' college education up for grabs. Don't trade with the mortgage money for next month. Just if you've got a little nest egg, which is expendable, it's not, it might be next year's vacation money. Instead of going to Cancun and having a fortnight in Cancun, you might look at okay, instead I'll just have a week in Tenerife. Or if you're in the US, instead of having a fortnight in Tenerife, you go, oh, I'll just have a week in Cancun. So it depends on your geographical restrictions. So instead of going, what I'm saying is instead of going for 2 weeks long haul exotic vacation, just go for a week's short haul trip instead, and a quarter of the cost in terms of your vacation costs. That way, you can take that additional money that you were saving up for your holiday and put it into the markets. Who knows? If you do well, you may well be able to not just afford that holiday, but go all-inclusive, all expenses paid on a QET cruise. I don't know. What is it that you want to do? So you've got to be conscious of the fact that you're going to have red days. You're going to have red trades. Trades are going to go against you. Not every. You're looking for pattern breakouts. It's not 100%. You're never going to get a trading pattern that is 100% effective. It just doesn't exist. So you're going to get. You want to have the edge in your favor, and you want to look for strong patterns and look for confirmation of those patterns and look for high volume on stocks with good volatility, all of that kind of stuff. And you want to look for stocks that are trending. But all of that, all it's going to do is put the odds in your favor. It's not going to give you any kind of guarantees. And then when you're in the trade, you've got to manage your risk effectively as well. So, you know, paying to mind what's the volatility, what's kind of the, look at the average true range. It's going to give you an idea of the volatility. What's the volatility of the stock? How much does it move on average across a particular time frame? What's the spread? You know, the difference between the bid and the ask can be a big issue when it comes to managing your risk. Is it trending? Does it have high volume? Is there a lot of other people trading it? What's the liquidity? What kind of float size? All of this is very important when you're actually trading a stock, looking to get in and make a profitable trade. So all of this is what I look for, and it becomes second nature. After you've been doing it for a while and been doing it, it becomes second nature. You look at this and you absorb it, and you make snap decisions like that. And if you're able to make those quick decisions, that's the difference between holding on to a loser and cutting it early. That's the difference between holding on to a winner longer and cutting it early, is making those snap decisions, judging, taking the data points in and making that judgment very, very quickly. Don't be changing your trade plan. If you can stick to your trade plan, be disciplined, be patient, only take the best setups, and yeah, good luck in 2023, guys. I'll show you the replay to the MGOL trade. Enjoy the replay. $20,000 trade. So coming from kind of what? Over $10,000 down, $10,500, $11,000 down, to over goal, substantially over goal, then it's a good day. So we're finishing the day $20,000 up. We're finishing the week $90,000 up. We're only halfway through January. If you want to learn how to trade the way I trade, if you want to learn my methodologies, my strategies, check the link in the description here. Come join the Day Trade with Tony community. I'm happy to act as a mentor to you. You get that. You get access to the Day Trade with Tony Discord, private Discord for Day Trade with Tony students and people have taken the course. It's a very active Discord now. Our trading room there, our trading room there now is very active with people that trade in a similar fashion, using the same methodologies that I use. And yeah, come join us. Happy to take you under my wing. Happy to guide you on your journey. No guarantees of profitability, that's down to you, but happy to give you the benefit of my knowledge and my experience. In the meantime, enjoy your long weekend, 3-day weekend, and I'll be back at it on Tuesday, 90 minutes before the market opens. That's 8 a.m. New York, or where the market is. That's 1 p.m. here in Ireland, 1 p.m. in the UK, in the London time. If you live anywhere else and your time zone's different, work it out for yourself. I'm not the talking clock. So enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm going to have a glass of wine and a pizza, I think. Take care. See you soon. This is one of the IPOs. IPO today, just started trading. MGOL. So the spreads are, just be wary, spreads are like stupid on this one. It's risky to try. So this is just a halted to the upside right now. So this is MGOL. It's right. Okay. Can I get filled? No, partial. Yes, I got filled. Finally. All right. Let's see if this moves up. Looking for a move up on the break of $10. 10.13 is the halt level. Spreads at about 10 cents. and 20 cents. This is a new IPO. In there for 5,000 shares. New IPO today. MGOL is the ticker. And I got filled. Halted. Is it a fault? Not yet halted. Still some transactions going through. Is it halted this time? At the halt level, that looks like a halt to me. But a couple of false halts. There's still a couple of transactions going through. That's the volatility halt. So MGOL looks like it's going to gap up to $11 right now. But I don't think that's going to be the case. So while that's halted, so that's a volatility halt. And we're in for 10,000 shares. So this is a new IPO. We've got Israel Acquisition, also a new IPO. Just started in the last 10 minutes. So this is ISRLU, not got the volume that that this IPO does, but this one's halted. Got another IPO due out later today, which is SKWD, and we'll keep an eye on that. So this this started at 10 a.m. We've missed 40 minutes of this upwards momentum. But let's see what happens. I didn't put a trailing stop in place, but never mind. I'll be back. Need a bathroom break. All right, are we still in Virgin Galactic? Yes, we are. I'm going to move this. It's a trailing stop, isn't it? Yeah, it's a trailing stop. So never actually hit the trailing. So it's 2,500 shares on Virgin Galactic. Well, you didn't make me one, did you, Alistair? How considerate of you. All right, let's have a look at what else is moving. Tesla. For those of you wondering about the high cap stocks, so Tesla is absolutely flying it. Baba. No, but Tesla is. Tesla's flying it. Look at that. 120, 121s, 121.50s. Shopify as well, yeah. I would imagine this is all because the market's moving up so well. So Shopify is up at 37.60s. If I look at the SPY, So you can see SPY trying to go green on the day. We're getting very close to that 397. Needs to get over 397 for the SPY. So let's have a quick look. The IPOs. This is MGOL Global. Halted at 10:43. Should resume at 10:40 and 10 seconds. So should resume in about 30 seconds time. 10:47 and 10 seconds. So we should get a resumption in just a few seconds on this. Should gap up, hopefully. 10:45 on the bid. It's not looking like a gap up at all, so let's take half off. Big spreads. Ooh, nice. We get over $11. This is looking nice. Halt at 11:48. Oh, these spreads are going wild. Very risky. And we get $12. It's halted. Another halt. So we should get a resumption here in about 10 seconds. That's a big gap down. Buy that dip. Well, volatile if nothing else. Yes, above 11, back up towards $12 will be lovely. Well, I'm green on the day. Phew. Can anybody remember how much in the red I went on stream? You just witnessed one of my infamous comebacks in the flesh. So there you go. I'm glad I stayed back for an extra half an hour. So that's halted again. I got it before it halted to the upside, and that's me. 13,000 red, Alistair. Glad you reminded me. So, granted, I'm probably about $50 down on the day at the moment after charges and fees and stuff. But I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep watching this stock. There's obviously opportunities here. If it breaks 12, this could go mental today. So there's definite opportunities with this particular stock. Bought at 15.50. Half that. Very volatile stock. I'm just going to put $1 trailing stop on this, I think. We halted? Don't tell me we're halted. Yeah, we're halted. Put a trailing stop in there. But, oh, I hope that does gap up to 20. Come on, get me over 15 bucks. Come on the bid. What I'm waiting for. These spreads are wicked. There we go. $1 trail. There we go. Got in that. Got $1 trail. False halt. Stop time. I'm done. Twice over goal.